Ingold will be the wingback. It's second down and 3, and it goes outside for Waddle. Getting blocking, brought down on the play by the linebacker, Josh Bynes. He plays in the middle. They pick up 6. Smythe, the tight end, in motion. Fake to Mostert. Right up the middle they go. Waddle again into Baltimore territory.
On one with him.
Gesicki is in. Tagovailoa. He's got Gesicki with the nice catch downfield. One of the best tight ends receiving in the NFL. Completion by Tua.
Jalen Waddle with the double move, a little out and up, and it gets Patrick Queen to bite on that out move. Tua Tagovailoa drops it right in between in front of the safety. Able to make that catch, and then the move.
Tagovailoa. Armstead a block. And he's got the receiver. Buckle up. Hold on to your hands. Here comes Waddle. What a block downfield by Ingold. Woo! Wow, is he flying all the way to the 35. And Tyreek Hill flying. He'll get the ball. Looking for a block, and he gets it again. Ingold with another block. Look at Hill. With Mostert still in the backfield. It's a 1st and 10. Quick hitter. Look at this. Going inside. Down to the 10. Tagovailoa. Blocked by Mostert. He's got his tight end. That's Smythe, who is drilled out there by Humphrey. And he's down to the 6. Sherfield a block for Waddle, who knifes in for the touchdown. And basically a 13-point swing. Waddling his way for 6 on a 6-yard strike from Tua. Tua is 8 of 10. He had Hill, and he hits Hill. In the open field, he makes a miss. Humphrey blew by him, he couldn't get it. Blocked by Armstead. In the middle it goes Mostert, who is hit on the play by Jalen Armour Davis, a rookie out of Alabama. Outside he goes. Waddle's got it. He'll be close. Jumping on his back was Humphrey. Gesicki. And this is the quarterback taking it, and I think he has carved himself. He was a Big Ten track star and champion. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. Mostert outside, room to roam, and there he goes, corkscrewing by midfield. Little the block at the right tackle, and he finds his receiver at the 35-yard line, deep downfield, and Tyreek Hill. And 5 in the secondary for the Ravens, 3rd down and 10. Flag. Tagovailoa outside. That is caught and grabbed on the play by Waddle. In motion, Craycraft. He just brought him up. Outside, Ingold from the 20. He'll work into Clark and pushed out of bounds.
So it cut Waddle's route short as a big 3rd down here.
3rd and 13, and to the end zone. Gesicki, touchdown! What a catch! Woo, 14-yard snare. Mostert back there, 3rd and 2 for Tagovailoa. Down the middle, caught for the 1st down. Off the charts.
Which ruffled a few feathers in Kansas City.
It did,
considering who he played with.
1st and 10, good block by Armstead. Time to go to Mostert. But boy, they got a beat on him out there with Queen and others to make the hit. Pierce coming over to drop the sledgehammer. 50-yard line gain of about 3 on the play.
Trying to get this thing going.
He's only been sacked once today. Tua Tagovailoa out of harm's way and dumps it off here. Edmonds will dance, and a good stop made by the diving Queen at the 49 with a gain of 8. 3rd down coming up. 26 seconds to play in the quarter. Tagovailoa. Eichenberg the block and wide open. They got the leap and Waddle by midfield and down to the 42-yard line. Miami was just the opposite. They went 8-1 to finish off this season. 1st and 10. Mostert the block and Tua to the air. And look who he's got. Waddle again.
You know, there's a rhythm that you get into with your quarterback and how it goes. In the preseason, it's so difficult to get in any kind of rhythm.
2nd down and 6, and underneath Waddle, who got away on the first attempt. Craycraft. Tagovailoa takes it, Gesicki chased by Queen inside the 5. And he picks up on the play about 8. Make it 7. Mostert, Waddle atop your screen. Tagovailoa. Here they come with Washington. There he goes. Owe chasing. Touchdown, Craycraft. 2-yard throw. Tagovailoa with his 3rd touchdown pass today. Edmonds in the backfield. Tagovailoa 1st and 10. Good time. Armstead a good block. And outside they go. Gesicki. And forced out of bounds across the way by Justin Houston. They get to the 48.
Get 7. It changes the landscape of this game.
2nd down and 3. And they go outside. And it's caught for the 1st down. And it's grabbed by Hill, who picks up 4. 16 times. He's caught 9. 3rd and 10. Tua going deep. Oh, he's got Hill! He's got Hill! That is 6! And the Dolphins are back in business. Tagovailoa, blocked by Armstead. Going, he's got him! He's got him! Tyreek Hill! And the Dolphins have come back! 60 yards! They blitz, they bring 5. Tagovailoa, oh, an acrobatic catch to the 45. Hill, Williams brings him down.
Tyreek Hill with an exceptional catch, getting it into Baltimore territory.
Edmonds in the backfield, Armstead the block. Here comes Hill at the 40. He broke the tackle that time of Williams. He breaks another tackle, then Clark from behind rides him down. Tagovailoa, blocked by Armstead, 2 into the end zone, caught for the touchdown! Caught for the touchdown! Waddle! Miami has taken the lead!
Well, the Baltimore Ravens once again double-team Tyreek Hill.